how can ECD be used for one-to-one coaching? That's nice. So more and more people are using it one-to-one coaching, which is really exciting. And I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself again, but the simplest way to use it in one-to-one coaching is just to go through, well, two things. Are you doing it one-to-one coaching with a leader, or are you doing one-to-one coaching with an employee? Because that'll change the lens on how you use it, in the same way that the questions I ask back to a leader when they engage us to run sessions. So if you're using it with a leader in one-to-one coaching, most people are getting that leader to get to the point where they fill out the leadership handbook. So the process of them as a leader talking about how they want their people to feel and not feel at an individual level, and then the behaviors they need to enact or demonstrate that are going to help their people feel those things and not feel those things, to getting to the point where they have the leadership handbook. So that's one track of the coaching, and that can be broken up over sessions. So the first session, you might go through the desired cards, the black cards. The second session, you might go through the white cards. Then you might go through the behaviors on the black cards, the white cards. So you can actually run that over a 6 to 7 or 8 week period. So it's not just a full-on session in one go, it's you continue it. And then people have a chance to reflect back on it in between sessions. That conversation is a really handy one if people are going, if the leadership development is around nudging empathy, leadership behaviors. However, I came across a quote the other day, which was, you need to manage your own emotions first before you can learn to manage your team. So not even manage the emotion of your teams, but you need to manage your own emotions before you can manage your team, which I thought was quite a confronting quote or statement. But what I've come to realize through running leadership workshops is that I didn't used to start with the pink cards with I only used to start with the pink cards in a leadership workshop. So just diving straight into how do we want our people to feel? So straight into that, because that's the way I designed it. But what I realized over time was that actually it was way more powerful when we nudged leaders in a workshop, all one-to-one, to start with what they wanted to feel and not feel in their own work first. Because that was a real powerful way to nudge empathy, because if we nudge our leaders to understand or become aware of their emotional drivers, then it's easier for them to put themselves in their people's shoes to go, okay, well, if I want to feel that, I wonder what my people want to feel. And so starting with the self-awareness piece first, that's a leadership development exercise in itself, before you then get into what do we want our people to feel and not feel, or what do I want my people to feel and not feel if it's an individual leader. So those are the two ways that you can use it for leadership one-to-one coaching. And I've heard of and run it in the same way, where you do the first week, you might do the individual, what I want to feel and not feel as a leader for the first week, and you just break it up. And that way it becomes an ongoing iterative conversation rather than just a set and forget. You can do those in 45-minute coffees, 45-minute sessions. So it's not a huge chunk out of somebody's day a week. It's just small things, more moments of conversation about it. Yeah. The other one-to-one coaching you can use it with is like employees. So helping them understand their own emotional drivers, which is just following the gold cards as they're laid out, but then filling out the Know Yourself handbook. So at the end of your one-to-one coaching sessions with an employee, you will have completed the Know Yourself handbook. And you can almost use the Know Yourself handbook as a template to complete it. So you can go, if you remember the handbook, I don't have one on me, but section 1, you can do in the first section, bottom section, you do in the second section, and you can break them up that way. And it just becomes a really beautiful templatable way to build that one-to-one coaching, that process. Yeah.